welcome. Day 11. So, you see what's happening here. Don't be alarmed. Haven't gone back to Tai Chi business casual. I am business on the top Tai Chi with a leopard, or no, sorry, not leopard, tiger headband. And then, ready? Music festival on the bottom, y'all. Biz Cash Music Festival Tai Chi. It was very liberating when I got this Tai Chi outfit, and I figured I could add different stuff to it, so let's change it up. Okay. Hello. Okay, day 11, level 3. We are focusing completely on the legs today, and we are going to watch and learn these different stances. So jumping right in, our first animal is the dragon, really. And for balance, you can allow your feet to be hips width apart. I want you to slowly, day by day, let the legs come closer together until they're all the way together. So that's my recommendation. Remember, it's not linear. If you need better balance one day, they go hips width apart. Okay, so release your attachment to that. Try to. So when we're coming down, so again, we're just going to do the legs, but we're going to bring the hands here, just so they're doing something, or your hands can be here, no matter. So the first bend, we're coming down, legs are together, so this is happening. And then we'd be in the middle, and I'm lowering down a little bit more. And then that lowest part, I'm in the deepest squat I can do. You stay there, then the middle is back up, and then all the way up, and then you stretch up with the hands. Again, slowly down. This would be twist, 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 lowering down, twist, back, twist, middle, upper, straight. So it is a very slow spot. Coming down, down, side, lowest, side, side, middle, up, and stand. Again, slowly lower, twist, 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 cross, cross. Twist is not the right word, it's more of a compress, okay? It's more tight. Okay, down, now other side. Compress, compress, compress. The compression moves to here, then moves to here, cross, here, here, and up. Again, I'm standing still, my heart is going, so this is good. Gets the blood moving. Down, it is also hot. Compress, compress, compress. Move down there, over, up, over, up, over, and stand. Good. Keep breath in between. Breathe in and down. Down, press, press, press. Jumps down, over, up, 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 up. Stand. Good. Down, press, compress. Jumps down, straight over, down, straight over, back, up, over, and stand. So it is like this kind of grid down the body of smushing the organs, pushing the blood around. The chi follows the blood. Blood follows the chi. So here it is. So we move into Tiger 1. The instruction are feet shoulder width apart for the grab and lifting up. The next phase of it would be into a horse stance. So working with a horse stance, sinking down. So your horse stance might be up here. How far you go down is irrelevant. What you're asking your hips and spine to do is the key. I'm sinking down with my body trying to stay totally straight. So none of this, no back, just straight down. So we'll stay down for roughly the amount of time. We would be in 3 rounds of Tiger 1. So down. This is a great, you see how interesting this is? We do things that really kind of ask a lot of blood to move around first. Lower down if you can. Good, breathing in. Good. Straight down, breathing in. Chest back. Breathing in. And stand. Good. Okay, now we are going to learn our first moving, well that's the first stance, but moving weight around. Tiger 2, the legs are even stance when we lift the arms and we're coming down. I put a little bend in my knees because that's what my back wants. You may see other things where the legs are totally straight. That's also fine. That's if your back is okay with that, you can do it that way. You'll feel more of a stretch in the backs of your legs. So breathing in, this will be, remember we're not doing the arms, we're just gonna visualize. And then exhale. So when you roll up, this is happening, this wave action is happening. So it's not this round up that we do in the form, and it is not a straight back like one of the 8 brocades. It's a wave coming up. So it's hips forward and up. Up. So that's the in-between from the even stance. This is the even stance. I have weight on both my feet evenly. Now to go into the sides, I shift weight so I can lift this right leg up, my right leg. When you go into this side, it is not a step with this. It's not a step. It is a sink into the standing leg. So from the side, it is shift weight and sink. This is kind of a hybrid of back stance and empty stance, truthfully, because you need a little bit of weight there on the front leg. So let's say there's 20% of weight in this, and the rest of it is in the standing leg. So then we shift weight completely. This leg is empty, and then the middle is forward, even stance. Then we shift, and when I say step, it's really place the heel. You see, my body is not going forward. My body's staying exactly over the standing leg when I'm like this. This is, the hips stay there, the chest goes forward and down as much as you can. So we'll do a couple rounds of that. Shift weight and back stance. This is bent, this is straight. And then you would hinge at the hips. This is this. Lift up, get the body back over that leg, even stance for a breath, forward, back up, but lifting back up. Now the body weight helps you pour more weight into this leg, so this leg's empty now, and back stance. Stand, even stance for a breath. This is the middle part, forward, the wave action, up, shift, and empty. So remember, it is not that. We do that, but we gotta wait for bear to do that. Okay, so we do that in deer 2. So it's a shift, and you could be back here, I go out here because I want more of a stretch here, but for balance, you could be right here, and slowly getting the back stance. Okay, in between even, forward, wave up, shift, back stance, wave. The waves on the sides too. Even, up, forward, wave it up, shift. My torso goes over, shifts more over this, so this one is easier to lift. Otherwise, it does feel more natural. If there's weight in this leg, your body wants to put weight back in it right away. So there's that. That's not it. It's shift and that. So this is very light. Like you could kick. Because really all we're doing is practicing slow motion kung fu, remember? So in between, forward, even stance, wave it up, and good. That was a bunch of sides. So that was tiger 1 and 2. Okay, now into the deer for the legs. We are going to twist a little bit so we can feel, but don't worry about your rocking deer, okay? Don't worry about that yet. So we shift. I'm going to shift weight over to this side. This is where our arms come over here. So I can pick this foot up, and I'm going to just step it out. Your step might be a foot, okay? That's okay. I bend this back leg so I can reach a little bit more. Now I'm in, scoot back so you see my feet. I am going into front stance, meaning I want 70% of my weight in my front leg, 30% in my back. These toes, point them more out. Using the corners of the room you're in is a very helpful thing. So these are pointed to the corner. Front stance, and then you turn. Don't worry about this yet. We'll do it. Turn back, shift back. So I'm shifting like all the way into, definitely coming out of front stance. It's like this transition from front stance to back stance to even stance, right? And now we're going to, so even stance to shifting this foot, and now we step the other way. So we went from even to empty, because I need to pick this foot up, to front before I'm doing anything with my arms. So we have to build the feet first. Toes point out, front stance, then you turn. You're trying to twist at your waist. Turn back, shift back, bring the leg back. Step, step back. So even stance. And now we will, I'm doing this slowly, I have to start over. We need to step with this foot. Okay, so shift, empty, step, front, 70%, then turn. If you just need to stay and work on your front stance, that's better. You know, don't get ahead. Like your front stance really, does it feel like you have 70% weight in the front leg? You might not have a gauge on that, but more in the front leg, back leg straight. This is a lot stronger. Like if you could pick that toe up if you needed to go like that, right? Remember, how are your legs arranged so you can get a little kick in. Okay, so that's that side turn. Now we're into empty stance. So I can pick this leg up, step, front stance, and turn. I'm going to turn around too with these, for a couple of these, because I'm learning that is an excellent way to see it. We're both doing the same thing. Turn back, shift back, leg back. So let's do one side, each side, turn. So shift weight, empty. This is empty. Step, front stance, front turn. Turn back, shift back, foot back, step, now step to the side, empty stance so I can pick this leg up, step, front stance, and turn. So then the rest, all of this is just flare. You know, all of what's going to happen with the arms is all flare. Step back, that's when our arms come up and over. So that's the base of it. That's going to give you a better chance to do the twist and to get more benefit. This is all to benefit our spinal cord. Okay, that was gear 1. All right, now gear 2, front stance, back stance, prance. Okay, so empty out. I'm going to lift up this leg, and I'm going to step forward, front and back up so you can see my feet. Front stance. Then when you go to back stance, you're shifting. We're shifting weight. We went front stance, hips forward, to back stance. So some days this is tight on me, and I find myself my toes naturally come up. And then after a couple rounds, I can put the toes down. But if you need to, just start with the heel up. It's more important to get 70% in their back leg, 30% in the front. Good, so front stance, back stance, prance. Other side, lift up, step forward, front stance. This is when our arms are doing this. Back stance. Most of the time what I see, this back leg needs to bend more to get more weight into it. Okay, and your butt is going back and you're leaning forward. Then we go front stance again, hips forward, and then shift back, and this is our little prance. Step, front stance, back stance, front stance, shift back before you try to prance. It's hard to prance with too much weight in that front leg. I know prancing is it's pretty much the highlight of my day too, but just be patient. Back, and then your prance will be worth it. Okay, so that's front stance, back stance, and a switcheroo. I would say the biggest thing with that is to watch that your hips stay forward. Hips forward, hips forward. So there's all kinds of things, because we're tight, we're going to do all kinds of body English just to go down lower. Hips forward, and you'll get the stretch where you want to get the stretch. Gear 1 and 2. Bear is the legs of bear 1. Pretty self-explanatory. But one interesting thing I'm learning when I'm teaching, you know, just doing this is not really that beneficial for massaging our abdomen. My hands are just following what I'm doing with my torso and lower. So there's minimal. What if you could bend your body so much that there's minimal moving of the arms? It's all the body. They're riding the belly. And the other side. So that's gear 1. Or sorry, bear 1. Bear 2, great example of how much more power you can get when you shift into the correct stance. It is to empty out, and we're going to stomp, stomp. This is front stance, and in this front stance you're going to turn into the open. Shift back, and then I'm into back stance, shift. Front stance, shift. Back stance, shift. Now this front stance, lift. So let me turn away and see if I can use right and left. Okay. So here we go. We are shifting and stomp. Turn to your right. Back stance is first. Don't turn yet. Shift. Then turn to your left. Shift. then turn to the left, and turn back to center, up, and turn. The arms are doing this like shift, shift, turn. So the shift is first. The shift is first. Okay, that's where, even when I started doing it again, my arm wanted to go first. So make your shift go first. So it's shift, 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 shift. There's a lot of power in our hips, so that's fair 1 and 2. Okay, we're moving right along. Monkey feet, you know, it's lifting up onto the toes. When you go to lift up onto your toes, try to put more weight on the big toe side, okay, and then lower down. It's just structurally bigger. And you know, if you've ever gotten out onto your pinky side, that you really feel like kind of unbalanced. So we just lift up and lower down. Lift up, this is where we'd be turning, and lower down. Lift up, big toe side. Even if you can't lift as high, okay, this is where catch yourself getting attached to better being bigger or longer or like higher or all that. Lower down. Lifting up. And lower down. And up again. And lower down. Ziggy got a bone. I'd let her have it, but it's a fish bone. Monkey. Okay, now into monkey 2. So monkey 2 brings in this front. There's a front stance, there's a back stance, there's an empty stance, and then there is this twisting that's happening. So it is the most complicated. I mean, by far, of all of these. So be you know, kind of celebrate your, oh, I got that piece, yay. Oh, I got that other piece, yay. I got that third piece, yay. Then it clicks, okay, it clicks. Not doing the arms. We're just gonna do the legs and the hips. So I'm gonna start away, facing away. And so the very first, we have to start somewhere, so we're in empty, and we are going to be in empty stance. I have the weight in my right leg only, in empty stance. So I turn the body, and step, front stance. So I need to shift. This is a unique front stance because you get up onto the back toes and you're reaching, this is where we're reaching for the fruit. Then we shift from front stance, turn the body, empty stance. Empty stance. So I'm about to move this leg again, coming back here, shift, and now there you go. Empty stance to empty stance. Empty stance to empty stance. So let's do that a couple times. Empty stance, shift, empty stance. So you see that transition, it's really empty, back, empty. You really slowed it down. It's empty stance to back stance to empty stance. So I'm going to do it matrix slow. Okay. Empty, back stance, empty. Then I'm going to turn, front stance, shifting. Reach and back to empty. Now we got to go back this way, right? So you're going back at a diagonal. So when we break it down, it goes empty, front, empty, empty, back, empty. now I'm just making it more confusing. So again, slow motion. empty, back, stance, empty, front stance, empty, back, or step back to back stance, empty, turn to this corner, turn to that corner, front stance, back to empty. So the empty stance is, we use this quite a bit in transitioning, deer, we're going empty to side. Practice empty stance throughout your day. You're waiting in line, standing at the sink, standing and doing something. Really feel you shift weight. If you don't shift the weight more over onto that leg, it is hard to pick that foot up, right? So it's not a pick the foot up and then shift the weight. It's the shift the weight, then the foot is nothing in it and you can lift it. So even just shifting, 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 shifting. That's very helpful. So some people have had martial arts training and this, like, oh, okay, I put my weight here. A lot of people have had yoga training, and not that it's in opposition to these, but it is just different. There's a lot more straight, things should be straight in yoga, where in our practice in Qigong, we want soft, round. We want to be able to adjust and be flexible, a different kind of flexible. Because again, we need to be able to fight. So that was monkey 1 and 2. Good. Now the heron, we've added a bonus heron legs. So you might see, speaking of yoga, the very first one may look very similar to what's called Warrior 3. Yeah, Warrior 3. And that's with back leg straight and body straight. It doesn't matter how much you hinge at that standing leg, you want things to be straight. You want the back body to be straight. So if that means this far for you, with the leg here, my whole back body and that leg is one straight line, that's great. You're doing it right. You're doing it the best you can do. If it means here, great. But this is not it. Leg not lifted, and this is me bent. There's that attachment to moving ahead, you know. So one good thing to do is to really pull your shoulder blades together. When you'll know it's very hard to round if your shoulder blades are really strong. I can't round if my shoulder blades are strong. And if you keep where your butt and the backs of your legs really strong, then your legs are going to stay stable. Not locked straight. I have a little bend in this leg. I'm lifting. And coming up. Shift weight to the side, because then it's easy to lift this leg up. Up. Shift. Up. In between. And back. We're just going to do the legs, but couldn't help myself. The lungs needed a little bit. So just the legs, it would be hands on hips. And when you lift up from the side, if you are lifting the leg up higher, it's not this. It's not like the hip doesn't lift. Try to keep your hips square to the ground. Okay, so that's an adjustment. Hip stays square to the ground, and you lift the leg up. So this, you have to do something about this, or else it's going to go up. So you want to roll this down. Okay, that's heron 1, 2. And same thing, this, we lift up, and then the other, maybe for on the road to kicking that leg straight out, you can do lift up, and then lift up even higher. Because really you have to lift that leg higher, the knee higher. Because if my knee's here, then my leg's up there. That's also an option. Lift up and then straighten out down there. Just to start to get that leg straight, both legs straight. Shift and lift the knee. And then lift knee up higher, then straight, then in, then down. Shift, knee, and then knee up higher. This might be it, or this. Shift, knee, straight, and down. Excellent. Great. So that is a really important piece, to know that your legs move first. Whether it's a stepping into front stance, then your body's going to move. Whether it's that way in here or that way in bear. I mean, it's really, the 5 animals continue to impress me that we are doing a complete everything from stretching our, like strengthening our calf muscles there, and then stretching and lengthening them and things like the back stance. It's a very, very complete series. And I would say it's the complement. The appliques are about strength. This is about flexibility. So this, again, we're working towards our goal of introducing in the later, we'll just see when that happens. I feel like it's going to be around day 15, 16, where we have them set, because today's already 11, so yeah. But of course, go back to level. If you love the appliques and you miss them, go back and do them from level 2. So, great. Again, y'all are part of this. Your input helps guide me what to focus on, and I appreciate it. So thank you.
Lift chi up, pour chi down method. Head touches sky, feet stand on earth. Body relaxes, mind expands, the mind is clear. Be quiet, be respectful. Think space, think body. Entire body is harmonized with chi. Begin to practice, moving the hands out and back, bringing up grounded earth energy into the body. You can feel this energy moving to the palms, in the middle of the palm. And there's also a very complementary point at the very bottom of your foot where the arch and the toes meet. And bringing around, so pull that earth energy up through that kidney point on our foot. Deliver chi to Dantian. Check in with your legs. Look for legs to be together. Activating, harmonizing left and right kidney chi. Direct chi to Ming Man. Pull chi up to Da Bao, which is the spleen point. So we're harmonizing the kidney and the spleen. Moving arms forward and deliver chi to Yin Tong. Focusing your attention, bring the arms out. And then we let earth chi pour down. Turn palms over. Lift up. So the intention is harmony, balancing. Slow the breathing down, a very harmonious, even breath. Point fingers forward. Make a triangle and separate the triangle. Give and receive. So the give and receive harmony of yourself can be making time for things like a daily practice, such as Qigong. It can be making time and planning for nutritious food, can be making sure your schedule is not overwhelmed and you get enough rest. So those are ways on a daily basis to set yourself up for a more harmonious physical experience. Pushing and pulling 3 times. Look for that shoulder blade action. Check back in with your legs. Sometimes when the arms start to move, we lose our legs, and the legs are everything. And up and down 3 times. And turning palms up and lifting chi overhead and pouring chi into, oh, I got bit by a fire ant. Had to walk that one off, y'all. So did you know that if you do get a bite, you can put your own saliva on it and it stops the sting? So there's your nature tip of the day. But whew, and I mean, going barefoot in the South Carolina summer, maybe not do that either. That's probably a good tip. Just wanted my feet in the grass. But anyway, bring that healing chi down. Bringing it down. And you can also bring in, so when we talk about willpower a lot, like if you find it, really difficult to keep those good habits, ask for more willpower. You can bring that in. And that would be a perfect blend of yin and yang. So do your 3 times. Forward, down, back and up. Forward, down, back and up. And then you bring the energy up the front of your legs. When you stand, very strong, legs very strong, and roll the spine up. Deliver chi to the dantian. And then arms by our sides. And coming up, so the second third of the form. Here we are harmonizing relationships with others. And bring in awareness. When you bring in chi, when you cultivate chi, that could be awareness, insight, courage, guts, patience, and 3 times forward. And vertical, collect chi up and down 3 times. Turn palms up, lifting chi overhead. So offering what no longer serves you up, and then pouring back into you the resources that you need. And deliver chi to yin tang, third eye point. Come around, deliver chi to yu zen. A lot of immune points back here, so bringing in a lot of protection energy. Deliver chi, da bao, and then deliver chi to Ming Men. Come around to the dantian, and then moving down the front of the legs. 3 times. Really work with very specific what your legs are doing. First step legs together or moving towards one another. Then that weight shift forward, back, forward, down, back, and up, forward, down, back, and up. Coming up the backs of our legs, deliver chi to Ming Men. And coming around to the front. So the form is very symbolic of how we are asked to continue our awareness and look for ways to be more and more insightful. The nuts and bolts of it are pretty easy. Arms move here, this does this. But the subtleties can only happen with repeated practice. Reaching forward, and then come around. Gathering chi. So your intention is you're gathering chi to the left of you, and then bringing the middle finger to chi hu and reaching forward, come around. The wrists are crossed. And here it's a great way to really recharge the heart center. And the heart center moves and is exactly next to the throat. So this is where we blend, may all things you say, all things that come out of your mouth be really from the heart. Stretch up. And now pulling chi down and forward. Deliver chi to Da Bao and reaching back around. Palms forward. Women right hand, men left. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you to my teachers. And have a great freaking day. This is the optional 3 centers merge standing meditation. Begins like the beginning of the form, except our feet are hips width apart. Enjoy.
Bye.